Please don't interrupt it because it's so good.
Okay.
How does one become the official Ronald McDonald? I see that McDonald's uses basically one actor for all their media. And just out of curiosity, was wondering how one goes about applying to be the Ronald McDonald. Have checked out their website, and it is never a job position open. Not that I want to be him, but just was curious how someone would go about becoming. First of all, horseshit. Of course you want to be him.
Mm-hmm. Obviously. Everyone does.
Who in their right mind would fucking look up to see if that position was open if they weren't trying to fill it?
And you know you want to do it for the ladies. Gentlemen, I have before me a list of all the actors who've ever played Ronald McDonald. They only use one at a time.
Is this for real?
Yes.
It's like Doctor Who?
I'm going to ask you skill testing questions about the actors who've played Ronald McDonald. First off, since 1963, how many actors do you believe have played Ronald McDonald?
12.
Since 1963? Yeah. 6. Incorrect. 9. 9.
Split the middle. We would have fucking had it, Travis. Let's work together on the rest.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Travis, wait. Let's not cheat. I don't want to cheat anymore. I came up with the idea first, but let's abandon that. Let's abandon that prospect.
I'm gonna give you 4 names. You're gonna tell me whether or not they were actual actor. The actual names of actors that played Ronald McDonald.
Okay.
Jack DePecky.
Okay.
Joe Magard.
Okay.
King Moody. Squire Friedel.
I'm gonna say all are actual.
All are real.
Oh,
King
Jesus.
Moody played Ronald McDonald from 75 to 1984. With a name like that, you simply cannot have a bad day.
I also imagine I want that to not be his Christian name. I want that to be like he was sitting there going, I just need something to set me apart from the other applicants.
Or like his wife was like, man, why are you so down all the time, King Moody? And he's like, fucking stop digging. You have struck gold, my lady.
I also would point out how much Joe Magard sounds like, oh my god.
Joe Magard. Joe Magard, you guys. Like, I am horrified of this person who walks into a McDonald's with like Ronald McDonald clown makeup and kit. He's wearing his Ronald McDonald glad rags, and he walks into a McDonald's like, here I am.
Look no further.
Look no further, you found me. Is this the audition zone? Is that what they call those?
I'm ready to ace this thing.
I'm ready to ace this audition in the audition
Sir,
zone.
please get out of the ball pit.
Why not? This is what Mick does.
This is what McDo. He played the role. King Moody played the role for like 7 years. It's insanity.
Yeah.
You know what? I would like to see it like you see a list of like all the heavyweight champions where it's like King Moody versus blank. Because I think it's like a yearly thing. Someone steps up and they're like, I'm ready to be the new Ronald. And then you got to fight it out. And then eventually someone displaces, and that's how they become the new Ronald. Who was the Ronald McDonald during our childhood?
Well, it was mainly Squire Friedel, I guess, who had the part.
Is there an active? There's not an active agent right now, right? He's a sleeper.
No, Brad Lennon is the active agent.
What the fuck? I haven't seen a fucking Ronald McDonald in a commercial in a grip. Is he just the body that they did the cast of for the statue that sits out on the bench with his arm around you? And then
that is actually a coffin made just for him. That's where he lies in wait. Ready for the activation order. Actually, if you click on the bio of Brad Lennon right now, it takes you to the page for Ronald McDonald, which is a very sort of Dread Pirate Roberts vibe that I enjoy.
By the way, guys, I conducted a survey among our listeners a couple of weeks ago, and they said their favorite thing is when Justin does internet on tape. When he does, who has the time to read the internet when Justin can just read the whole thing to you? It's everyone's
someday
favorite.
I'm gonna get through the whole thing.
IMDb is so deep, and it's like it would take me ages to read all of it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Justin's got you for your car, for your kitchen, for your home.
I will read the internet to you anywhere. Anytime.
I hope to Jesus, if you're a McDonald's executive and you're listening to this episode of the podcast, thank you for your patronage, but also, if you ever make a commercial featuring a Ronald McDonald who is not a clown, can you imagine like a hip reinvention of Ronald. He's like a 22-year-old hipster that just like talks about how fun it is to eat chicken dippers.
Well, I mean, he's Carrot Top. Like, if we bring him into the real, if we bring him out of Cool World and into our world.
I referenced that movie the other day. I said the cartoon movie with Brad Pitt that wasn't Roger Rabbit, and people thought I was fucking smoking crack.
I need to get with it.
Get with the program.
How do you pick? Okay, so the pressing question, actually, how much when they pick a pope?
Oh, how do you become? Yeah.
They dig deep, right? Like they have to get into his history. If you do that with the president when you're vetting your presidential candidate,
right.
Like how deep do you have to go into the closet of the man who will be playing the giant?
Oh yeah.
Can I
child befriending clown?
My opinion, my take on it, I bet it is like president vetting plus pope times 3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gotta be.
Well,
right?
yeah, because how do you find a clown? Because I imagine they're looking for former clown experience. How do you find a clown that hasn't at least killed one kid? How do you do that?
Good luck.
How do you thread that needle? You can't thread that needle.
The two go hand in hand.
You gotta like Captain America it and just take like a normal guy who hasn't been a clown and then get Stanley Tucci to inject stuff in him.
How do you think clowns know what kids find so funny? It's because they've cut them open.
They got inside there.
Oh, this is getting dark.
I don't know how Squire Fidel is so easily able to touch the heart of a child. Yeah, because he knows exactly where it is.
Exactly where the aorta.
Do you think at this point he's Knight Fidel?
I hope so.
Let's answer your question. I'm fucking.
One other note about Squire Fidel, super quick. He was the Ronald McDonald in Mac and Me. So if you've seen Mac and Me,
please turn to side 2.
I knew that one though.
Okay.
I didn't know.
You didn't know shit.